How about beauty standards? We talked a little bit about this. This got brought up at the beginning. How does that tie into femininity?
Sorry, I'm very into this idea because I do think it is one of the larger intersections that just doesn't get very discussed, which is, like I was talking about before, barriers and friction are placed up around bodies. And the fatter I get, the older I get, the less people will listen to me, the less value I will have for society.
This was a therapy session.
How do beauty standards make you feel, Morris?
I mean, kind of what you're saying, Antonia, as a Black Latina woman in my community, right? Like I grew up and I was ugly, right? Like that's what I was considered. I was not considered beautiful. Of feeling ugly, but also being told I was, right, had a lot to do with what is believed in my community, right? Colorism is one of them. And so to say, I'm going to redefine beauty for myself and to say, I own myself and I get to decide what's beautiful, right?
You lying bitch.
And I get to decide what I want to wear and how I want to wear it. And I don't need to, right? It's almost a repelling, right? Like, I'm like, no, you know what? I am beautiful. I'm going to do what I want to do and I'm going to feel myself because if no one else is going to feel me, it's on me to feel me too.
I don't even know where to start at with this video. It's so much stupid in it. It's so much stupid in it. You get me? None of the voices that was supposed to be heard was heard.
I keep hearing the term equity. What would a world that has equity look like? Like, would it be 50% of everyone in the same jobs? Would it be like prison, 50%?
That's equality.
50%. So what does equity look like?
So equity is generally described as a state of fairness because historically a lot of people have been arguing for equality, but what does that give us? Like 0.5 of the 1% being women. This doesn't really do anything for us. And so people have talked about equity instead, which is instead of sameness, it's fairness. And this would mean that we remove systemic barriers to engage in society, not just for women, but also for everyone.
So which barriers?
Those barriers that you don't believe in.
We only got to hear the sad shit. It was a lot of sad shit in this, man. You get me? This was like watching a therapy session take place in a committee meeting. You get what I'm saying? A committee meeting. You get what I'm saying? It was like a whole bunch of relaxation. This was a girls' night out. This was a girls' trip. They didn't learn shit. You get me? The only thing that was missing from this goddamn video was fucking drinks.
Which I then had to keep up with forever. So it's like, I got this thought as I started to age, like, you can have no legs, but you better not fucking get fat. And so this idea that, like, there are certain people who are beautiful and certain people who aren't, and that inherently holds value is, I think, you know, find it in yourself, yes. And
that's it. You get what I'm saying? The fat girl, who the fuck she been talking to? You could tell it wasn't no father in her life. It wasn't no father in her life. All her information, somebody told her she was a pretty baby or something too many times.
I gotta say though, I did grow up being referred to as very beautiful for a woman with a disability. And that to me always fed this idea that disability doesn't mean beautiful. I am in some form of exceptionalism, which I then had to keep up with forever. So it's
too many times. That was so sad. Did you listen to her talk?
How about beauty standards? We talked a little bit about this. This got brought up at the beginning. How does that tie into femininity?
Sorry, I'm very into this idea because I do think it is one of the larger intersections that just doesn't get very discussed, which is, like I was talking about before, barriers and friction are placed up around bodies. And the fatter I get, the older I get, the less people will listen to me, the less value I will have for society. So, you know, I'm already starting out as a woman with no legs. If I had something on my face, I have my beauty. That's one of my privileges. I have my whiteness. That's one of my privileges. I used to have thinness and now I'm getting fatter. Things are changing. And I think every single time that we talk about feminism, pretty privilege should be discussed, because we have these ideas. If your skin tone is this, if your hair is this, if your body looks like that, it's about whether or not you are given an equal opportunity based on what you look like. So it's like, I got this thought as I started to age, like, you can have no legs, but you better not fucking get fat.
Shut the fuck up, Shorty.
And so this idea that, like, there are certain people who are beautiful and certain people who aren't, and that inherently holds value, is, I think, you know, find it in yourself.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes. And
I lost my legs, so I just gotta just not get fat, bitch. You. Jesus, you tested my faith. I ain't gonna lie. The devil is at me. He is a liar. Is he not? The devil is a liar. That's as simple as that. You get me? The only person that was good in this whole video was Sydney. You get me? I feel so sorry for her that she had to sit there and listen to that. And she was right. Trans people are bullies. Fucking bullies. You motherfuckers said, you got the nerve to come on a panel about women and tell your fucking side of the story.
Talking point. Everyone has biological advantages in sports. How tall are you?
5'11" and a half. I'm tall.
I'm 5'8". I am a trans woman. You would crush me. You would absolutely crush me.
Bone density, wrist strength, muscle density. You can't switch those.
Yeah, exactly. You would crush me.
But also, Eli, you would never play at the level that Pearl plays, because you would never get there.
So let me give you a few more examples here too. So Michael Phelps produced more lactic acid in his body, which caused him to swim better than any of his competitors. This was widely celebrated, and nobody contested it. Now, this is a performance-enhancing hormone. So we all have different bodies. And now I'm not saying that trans women who aren't on hormones should participate, but every major medical and every major sports organization agrees that trans women who have been on hormones for between 1 and 3 years, depending on the organization, have the same competitive abilities.
The study that you're referencing had like 7 people participated.
That's misinformation, by the way. I'm referencing several different studies. I'm a trans woman and a researcher.
It's getting personal. I don't want it to be
personal. A lot of us live in this space where we're told that our opinions don't count because they're not the right kind of opinions, and we're constantly shouted over and talked over regardless of what we look like, because there's one group in society that basically takes precedence, and it's frustrating. So yeah, of course, it's frustrating because when we try to talk about it, we get shouted down, we get told to be quiet, we get spoken down to as well. So there's hostility there for plenty of women.
Let's try to make this an opportunity to speak.
You're literally a white woman from Australia. You live in a bubble, and you're pissed that voices that have been silenced forever finally can be heard.
That's what.
This whole video is fucking stupid. It was the dumbest video I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not mad about any of it. You get me? This just tells me why I don't listen to half the women out there. That's why I don't listen. Once you have one of them cuts like a Megan rapping hoe, I don't listen to you. Once you got red in your head, like, or red, orange, purple, or stuff like that, I stop listening to you. Nose ring, stop listening to you. No legs, I stop listening to you. I'm just saying, there is no reason I should listen to a person with no legs. I'm just not even gonna lie to you, especially not when it comes to relationship. That's your lot in life. You should have thought about that while you was eating yourself to death. You get what I'm saying? When diabetes stepped in and you had to amputate your legs and shit like that, you should have thought about that. You get what I'm saying? Calling yourself pretty as much as you want. Hey, confidence and delusion. Nowadays, you can't even tell them apart.
I have my beauty. That's one of my privileges.
You can't even tell them apart. They the same damn thing. Oh, she's confident. Nope, delusional.
I want to talk about Me Too and sort of this social movement that we're living through right now. What is the state of feminism sort of in this post-Me Too era?
We're in post-Me Too?
All right.
Tell me.
Sorry, I got distracted by the Me Too part. So I was like, we're in post-Me Too? Wow, like, no one's getting, like, sexually harassed anymore. Like,
We did it, guys. We solved the problem.
Beauty conversation has been colorism. I'm a dark-skinned Black woman, proud of it and proud of being myself. For the most part, I did not. Why am I going to cry about this? I did not grow up thinking I was beautiful because I was that. And I think in the black space, we have these conversations, but I think I'm glad to bring it up because I think feminists actually really should be part of the colorism topic.
The women that complain about beauty standards don't complain about them when they got privilege, when they were young and attractive and thin. So it's like, yeah, you're complaining when the privilege is gone, but privilege is invisible to those who have it. And women, it's a privilege. And men don't turn 18 and get looks that we get.
I'm not even a fan of Just Pearly. I'm not a fan of Just Pearly. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. I think she stole half her talking points from Kevin Samuels. You get?
But I forgot what I was talking about. The
whale incident and how that led to...
Oh, and so what happened was when I was doing rap video reactions, someone sent me a Kevin Samuels video, and that was like the beginning of me and like the red pill stuff, was I started reacting to Kevin Samuels, and I just thought it was really interesting. So
what was your first reaction to Kevin Samuels?
I was triggered.
Really? You were upset?
What I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think she sold half her talking points from Kevin Samuels. You get me? So I don't really pay that much attention to her. You get me? She's one of them white creators who found the jackpot when she found Kevin Samuels' content and she used it to her abilities. You get me? You go to her because she a woman and you might get a chance of seeing her when she cross her leg or something. Simp ass niggas who fucking boost her fucking channel and shit like that. But at the same time, she, like Andrew Tate, can fucking be used. You get me? These are what you call useful idiots. You get me?
I want to talk about transgender issues. Should trans women be included in feminist conversations? How about in women's spaces?
Yes, they're women. What's the question?
Pearl,
trans women are women.
So I want to come at this from the position of an athlete.
Oh, Jesus.
So I play semi-pro basketball, semi-pro volleyball. So when it comes to like athletic spaces, I don't think that trans women should be allowed into athletic spaces because I don't think it's a fair. I think as female athletes, we work so incredibly hard for the little opportunity there is in women's sports.
Would this be a barrier for you?
There's no barrier. There's less opportunity in some industries.
That's what a barrier is.
There's less. It's
Say another motherfucking word and this shit is over. And I ain't playing, nigga.
No. It's
That's
based
what
on the
friction
market.
means.
Okay,
Hold on, guys.
Okay, so again, we work very hard for the little opportunity there is in the space because we're not as entertaining as the men. Sorry, we're just not. And so it's like you're going to take the little opportunity that we're given. And the problem is, like, we can't compete. We can't. Like, I'm 6 foot. If I go up against a 6 foot guy and I play basketball with him, he's going to body me.
And what happens if I go up against you?
Even if I have years more of training. And so it's like you're taking away the little opportunity that we're given and we all work so hard for. And you're just giving it back to biological guys. It's like this will be the end of women's sports.
Says she a useful idiot, and in moments like this, she talks for the guys out there who can't talk for themselves because this is about females and she represent us. So I give her a chance and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to Sydney is my fucking girl, man. Sydney has a mind of her fucking own. And she's a female with feminine tendencies. You get what I'm saying? Sydney is a good representative of women. You get what I'm saying? And I don't give a shit what color you are. Her attitude is the attitude you should probably need. You get what I'm saying? She makes smart decisions in life.
You guys are so obsessed with your own experiences and your own existence, and yet when a woman is sitting here telling you, I feel as though this is unfair and this is compromising and this situation is not helping women, you guys are like, meh, meh, meh. But when you're like, I'm a black person that did this, and this, then it's valid and fair and viable.
Eli, I want to give you the chance to respond.
So this is basically a joke of a talking point. Everyone has biological advantages in sports. How tall are you?
5'11" and a half. I'm tall.
I'm 5'8". I am a trans woman. You would crush me. You would absolutely crush
bone
me.
density, wrist strength, muscle density. You can't switch those.
Yeah, exactly. You would crush me.
But also, Eli, you would never play at the level that Pearl plays because you.
Okay, let me get this straight. This motherfucker that got so much to goddamn say, not even a fucking woman. What type of shit is this? You get what I'm saying? It's always this Megan rapping hoe looking motherfucker is not even a woman. You a trans woman? You better shut the fuck up. How are you even there? No wonder you got something to say when they talk about sports. And then you try to go against a woman? You are a guy trying to go against a woman as she tells you, we don't want you in our sports. Well, you're bigger than me, so you probably can body. You are not the only man out there. All these make me fucking puke in my mouth. Ugh.